still waiting on the best time to burn my great scientist. Just holding on for a second. We've still got a lot of different options that we could boost right now, so I don't think I need anything. So we missed this scientist, which is mathematics, engineering, celestial navigation, but this one is mathematics and one other one. Okay, rubbish. We just got downgraded a little bit. But he's a little more predictable, so we can put this one up. There you go, mathematics and military engineering. Oh, that is for Niter. Niter would be an amazing pickup for me. As you can see, the archer spam is now in full force. It's going to take a little bit more than that to take this city down, but with the heavy chariots attacking as well, I think we should be fine. Look at this, we can get that little bit of pillaging. The city's already lost a third of its health. I'm happy with how this is going. Oh, all of the units have actually fled. They have all fled. I mean, that is possibly the worst move they could have made to this point, because now their city is very weak, very, very exposed. Which city-state do I want on side? This is trade routes give +1 faith. I quite like that one, so we're going to use this one for now. Chinguetti. Okay, perfect. There is... Oh, look at that. Great Barrier Reef discovered. Oh, maybe Kandy would have been the good option for that one. Oh, I think I missed a trick there. I'm getting more faith from my trade route, but I could have got a relic there. Next time, Kandy is hiding a relic as well, so we can go and have a look at that one. But I should be able to go one attack and then finish it with the Spearman to get the boost for military tactics. Perfect stuff. Education is now unlocked behind apprenticeship, and I'm just about to get a builder to get my third mine. So far, this is pretty good. Now, this city, unfortunately, isn't so good for me because it's outside of my range, so the modifier -15% on all yields will kick in. But this is a good city because it gives me a staging point to attack further into Chinese territory. Oh, you want peace, do you? No, no. No, 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 no. Next step in my capital is to put a holy site down. Now, I need my faith up as high as possible because A, you can see that Boston has produced Protestantism, and that has feed the world. So are we going to piggyback off that? It's even got Watts in them. Yes, we're going to steal America's religion. Don't forget, religious victories are turned off. We don't need our own religion here, but feed the world helps a very, very compressed Mayan Empire to actually get some population together. I also want an encampment so I can build military engineers later on, but a holy site for now. I mean, look at that, +7. You can't really put it anywhere else, can you? I know it's a good tile, I know I'm losing a good tile, but this is what Mount Everest is made for. Luckily for me, my archers do so much damage against injured units. China's now down to 67 military strength, and we just took almost 20 off them with that attack, so that works really, really well. Sieged city. Okay, these archers are going to make their mark on the city very quickly. 6 population, that'll help. 11 population capital though. Wow, that is effective. Attacking from all areas now. We've also got a campus that we can pillage. I was just going to see if I could get my mine down first though, because that's a double boost. I think that's apprenticeship. As you can see, I'm working and apprenticeship boosted. Good. That means that now I can pillage that, get myself apprenticeship, and I know that I'm not going to double up on anything silly. Still some easy ones for me to do, actually. We could still 2 galleys, ancient walls, water mills, but there's not a huge amount of extra ones, so I'm actually going to use my scientist now so that she's still roughly relevant. Buttress, castles, shipbuilding. Okay, actually those three were not ones that I was actually going to boost myself, so that's pretty decent. Keep attacking like so. And then Heavy Chariot can't finish this turn, so it's just going to heal itself up. So in terms of government plaza building, the Warlord's Throne has got to be the one. The extra 20% production in all of my cities every time I conquer something is going to help, because let me just tell you now, this is not going to be a peaceful game. Not when we have the apocalypse to bring in. No, no. Education. Perfect. Universities. That's going to help me again just to level up my units nice and quickly. And there's no point building a library here because I'm just about to get the scientist that provides a free library. I just used a little bit of faith to get myself a couple of free builders. Quite a useful thing to do actually, but I think I'm sort of doubling it up. Like I'm going to save myself down here so that I can work some extra iron, get some stuff in to trade. Like at the moment I've got all of this horse resource, but no one wants to do anything with it at the moment, which is a bit of a shame. People are buying diplomatic favour all over the shop. Oh, including India. It will give me a bunch of gold up front. Now that is useful. That's 485 gold. I can use that to build some decent stuff. Just trying to think of what the best thing to do in all of this is. I think maybe a couple of monuments, actually. Yeah, let's just get the monuments in, then we can boost ourselves through the culture tree even faster. Meteor shower, again, right near me. Second time. I'm unlikely to get to it, but I will give it a good go. There's my scientist. The scientist could probably run around there faster. She can. Shall I give it a go? Actually, there's a slinger as well. Oh, yeah, you know what? Sod it, I'm going to try it. I'm going to move my scientist round to pick it up first. Also just putting down a few farms quickly, because I had a massive housing crisis and none of my cities are growing at all, which sucks. City taken. Huzzah! Keep it. Yes, I shall. This city is now almost loyal, and this one not quite so loyal. We'll have to work on that. Beijing. How much strength? 33 strength. And is that a wall being produced around it? No, no walls so far. So far, so good. The difference between this city and the other ones I've attacked, though, is that I can't siege this one, unfortunately. So we'll have to watch out for that. This time we've learned from my mistakes, and I'm going to go for Kandy, which should give me... Does it give me the relic? Oh, no, of course. Oh, no, of course it doesn't, because it discovers it first and then gives me the ability. I forget that one. Okay, never mind. Well, India have a load of troops here. It looks like they're going to go and kill Kandy, which isn't great. I'm going to watch out for that, but it's not coming for me because I'm declared friends with them. So that's a good thing to remember, actually. Just get the housing into this city so it's growing again. Look at that. Lovely stuff. Oh, actually, my city-state is protecting the site for me, so I don't even need to rush for it. Okay, that's even better. We'll ignore that for now, then. Unfortunately, China has just put up a set of walls. It's not going to stop me, but it is a bit frustrating. Let's get masonry quickly just so I can build myself a battering ram. That'll help me to get into the city nice and quickly. Here is a bit more science. 44 science per turn now. That's a good look for me. And I'm also now essentially monopolizing the great scientists. That'll help me to push through the game as well. Yeah, these walls are going to be problematic though. They are very problematic. I'm going to try and fight through them, but I can't guarantee I'm going to be too successful. One thing I am going to do though is to get a galley. And if I get a galley and I just sail it in front of Beijing, I can block off the sea access, which either is going to lure the galley out or will actually allow me to siege the city, which will make a big difference to my chances of success in that area. First holy site is up and running. Let's get the shrine going and hope that America is going to start spreading their religion pretty soon. They should do. They should do. 3.8 faith per turn. I mean, it's going to take them a while. Maybe not. Maybe we'll have to go and get it. One delivery's worth of religion just sort of given to me. Recorded history. That's 18 science per turn. That's amazing. Ilcom, I'm still getting quite a few builders every now and then, and I get Praetorium to give my governors just a little bit more loyalty bonus. If I now, for instance, go, I mean, is Victor the best one to do? Let's just have a quick look at this one. Accumulating strategic resources in the city gains +1 per turn. That's actually useful for later. So, wabam. Both of my siege cities are now friendly. Just about. Might take me a little bit of time to get them really on side, but for now you can see the siege of Beijing is ongoing and we are finally starting to actually have some success here. Just go and steal that route. That's another 50 gold. Thank you so much. Education is mine as well. There's another golden age. Okay, so let's think about what we need to do. I don't own any commercial hubs or harbours, so this is unlikely to do me too much. Although Eureka's giving me more science, I think is probably quite a good move now, because I'm going to switch my faith into getting soothsayers. So let's do that. And it now means as we get ourselves those extra boosts, you can see steam power is now only 8 techs away. We can have a look and just see what we need to do. Let me just get the wheel quickly. That's a useful thing. And then we'll think about going for shipbuilding buttress, like that. In the meantime, the attacks are still coming thick and fast on Beijing, and we've actually almost now got the walls entirely down, so I think This is the point in which we start to press the melee advantage. And as you can see, I think, is that going to be enough? Yes, it is. Wow, celestial navigation boosted. That is awesome. Beijing is mine. Longji is hopefully their last city. I believe it's their last city. Yep. So far, this is going well. I really, India, would love you to join in with this war right now, because you're not going to take any grievances with me if I knock China out of the game. America has denounced me. Okay, well, I think we know who our next target is going to be. But this is good so far. New districts built by me, yep, and then duplicates of... I mean, what resources do people actually have? No one has anything, so I'm going to vote down on Jade, because, honestly, I think if America lost that one, it would make me very happy. No ivory. Sometimes. Okay, I was actually using ivory, so that's not very good. Never mind. Oh, a 3 settler that I've just picked up. I say 3. There was a lot of war that got to this point, but we ignore that. The war is incidental. India took Kandy, but they're going to lose it in 10 turns. Keep an eye on that. I think it would be great to go and steal it, or liberate it, I think. I mean, it is in range of my capital, but I think I'd prefer the extra faith per turn from the holy sites. That, for me, would be an amazing pickup. So I sacrificed a galley just then, just left it offshore so that the catapult in their city would attack it rather than me. It worked quite well, because it means now that my units are pretty free to start just encircling this city. I've got a couple of extra attacks, and I believe that's low enough health now that next turn we should be able to take that out. One attack, followed by a second over here. The horsemen will pretty much lower the city to 0 health, and then I'm hoping the heavy chariot will get the kill. Please get the kill. It does. China's out. By turn 90, we are now on a significantly large amount of science. Look at this, 66 per turn, and we now own 2 wings of the map. Now, settling other places in the wing is kind of like 6 and 2 3s as to whether or not it's going to make a difference or not. But right now, this puts me in a fantastic position that I can catapult myself through the rest of the game with. You can see that we need to do a few things. Let's just get Celestial Navigation, because I need to get a lumber mill, build 2 harbours, and get 2 workshops and 2 shipyards. So there's some harbour districts that I'm going to have to build soon. The Warlord's Throne just got finished as well, which is good, because it was built just in time, so all of my cities have that bonus going along at the moment, which is awesome. This great scientist effectively acts as a medic. He's really handy. Normally I can't be bothered to keep him around for too long. I normally end up getting rid of him really quickly because his passive effect is a lot easier to put up with, but we'll keep him around for as long as we can. Build a lumber mill. Okay, this is a good thing to be doing as well. It's actually these 2 cities, I'm just thinking this would be a good harbour candidate. Just get you in there. The loyalty is going to go up quickly, although there is 0.9 production in that city. 0.9. Wow, that's crazy. Beijing might have a better move. Yeah, might do better on that one, but still. Wow, there's no production in this area. We're gonna have to throw some builders at it. Another city, this time slightly closer to America. It's my sprawling empire city as well, so that's quite handy for me. Yeah, I'm pretty impressed with this so far. We're just going to go and build a couple of lumber mills over here. But that will give us mass production, and we're not too far away from being able to boost through to the later stages stuff. University. Etmantanki is just about to be built in Chichen Itza, which will give me some marsh tiles and some extra science across tiles generally. It will help. You settle too close. I will take the diplomatic favour. That's not a bad deal, because I can immediately sell it to India. Do you want it? Yes, they do. Thank you for that promise. There it is. 2 science and 1 production in all marsh tiles. That actually will help quite a lot in the science and production for all the floodplain tiles in that city, and there are quite a few in that particular city, so that is brilliant stuff. Lovely. We love it. We love to see it. That is now 78 science per turn. No, 84 per turn. Turn 97. We're not quite 100 by 100, but considering the size of the map, I'm fairly happy with that as a result. Not bad at all. Let's get a soothsayer. I kind of fancy doing some stuff. Oh, I could set some rainforest fires over on that. There's some fires over by Mount Everest. That would be even worse. What I'm looking for are areas that I can set disasters to that aren't going to impact me at all. Like going to set a fire over here, that's fine. Mass production boosted and done. Okay, we're getting there. We are getting there very quickly. I'm just going to have a quick diversion to unlock military engineers and armories. They are both very useful things for me. And come on, America, they're just not spreading their religion. You so rarely see a game where they have a religion and they refuse to spread it. 18 faith per turn, though. That is a little bit more than they were on before. So fingers crossed they're going to just start to pull that one out of the bag a little bit more. Feudalism, serfdom is a go. That's awesome. We like what's going on here. Perfect. 83 science per turn now. Still getting these universities up, but I'm also getting holy sites now. Only a few turns away from being able to get an armory in my capital. Armories mean that I can start to spam military engineers and we can get ready for the inevitable coal dumping. Niter. How much niter have we got? We have some next to, ooh, copper. Nice. Some below this city and some above that city. It's pretty symmetrical. I don't know why we're all surprised about that, but most importantly, it's kind of all available in my land, so we can go and deal with that. Perfect stuff. Starting a disaster. There's a forest fire. But mainly, that is a bunch of CO2 into the atmosphere now. So that's our first one. We just need to experiment a little bit and just continue to throw as much into the atmosphere as we possibly can. I might just go and set a rainforest fire over here as well. My scientist is very handily just showing me all of America's land. Looks like pretty decent land, actually. I think taking over that would be good fun. Holy site into science. Well, I have a nice +7, I think, over here still. Yeah, that's a +7. So, I mean, that is insanely useful for me. Well, if I'm correct, this scripture card, if I put that in, then that makes this holy site a +14, so that when I use this card and then just wiggle it all around, yep, that was worth 14 science per turn, so we're up to 102 science now. Hey, that's pretty damn good. I like that a lot. Military training, I just want to go to mercenaries so I can upgrade my troops a little quicker. We've got a holy site finished in lots of places now. This is all going really well. So who shall I attack first? America is slowly spreading their religion now, and actually look, it has gone to this city there, so that's exciting. We quite enjoy that. Also, America is +5 combat strength in their own continent, which is like most of their area, if not all of their area. So that's something to consider. They've got 188 military strength compared to India's 76. I want Kandy, quite literally. I want sweets, but I also want specifically Kandy liberated and on my side. So I'm thinking we actually go towards India, which is not where I was sending my troops. But I'm happy to have a last minute change of heart on these things. So what I'm going to do is start to move my legions north. No one will mind. Now, they do have Varus, which are quite powerful units. I need to be a little bit careful of those, but I am starting to get some pretty good upgrades now. We just unlocked knights. I've unlocked all kinds of things, you know, cuirassiers, or coursers, sorry. I think I should have plenty of army at the moment, but we'll see. We'll see. So because of the funny way that this displays CO2 levels, I need this to get to 4,000. I believe, to trigger the apocalypse. We're already at 150, but this is just using soothsayers a little bit. It's not going to be the quickest in the world. But we've started. We are now in the right direction, and our first university just got built there. Perfect. It's good. This is good. This is good. Temples. We're getting another 2 faith per turn, and then Yerevan. We've just actually picked up. Let me just quickly move things around. We don't need that anymore, but I will go for Diplomatic League. And now I can go for 1 point into Venta. And is it better to have Venta or Yerevan? Yerevan means I can have apostles, colossal head improvements. Both are honestly useless. I'm going to put it in Venta because Yerevan just needs a prophet. And I'm likely to do that accidentally at some point anyway. There we go, 40 faith per turn now. So that means that our temple is going to be worth, 8 faith. Once that's finished, which is good. Well, there's a prophet. That gives me Yerevan. I don't need to put a religion down, so my prophet I'm actually just going to sort of sit and forget about for a second. I'm using, again, my great scientist to go and explore Indian land. It's quite amusing. But I don't feel like there's a good reason to make my own religion here. I really want Feed the World. It would be a really good combination for me. I mean, I could go work ethic, and that would actually give my capital crazy production, thinking about it. Do I just go work ethic? That gives me the opportunity to go crusade? But again, I'm using my faith on soothsayers. I guess if I had my religion, I'd be able to get something like pilgrimage. Oh yeah, you know what, government, we'll do it. I'll do it. I've changed my mind already. Oh, and Kandy. Oh, they've just put a governor in it just as it was about to flip. They knew exactly what they were doing, India. They knew exactly what they were doing. Okay, I think then, how much gold per turn are we getting from them? Not too many more turns worth of gold. So, I'm going to declare war on them, I think. Just go for a surprise war. It stops them making it a territorial war on me, which is nice, and we're going to go and liberate Kandy basically as quickly as we can. Cause a disaster. I'm just going to go for a dust storm. Now that's actually given a reasonable amount of productivity, and it's going southwest. Oh no, America. That's unfortunate. Oh, that makes me feel inherently evil, and I love it. Oh yeah, the dust storm went through and took 2 population off Buffalo. Oh, that's lovely. That is absolutely lovely. Kandy should be falling very, very soon indeed. Look at that, all the health is almost gone from it entirely. We'll liberate that. We'll move on. So far, so good. I think Delhi is actually the first city I want to take on in this area because it's got the most loyalty pressure from it. Normal age for India. Yeah, if we take Delhi, that'll be pretty good. And there we go. Here's our religion. We are going to put it something like, here we go. We love CO2. Huzzah! Work ethic. Just for my capital, I think that is going to be worth it. I'm also going to give myself as much faith as possible. Pilgrimage, 2 faith for each city following this religion. There we go, it's already giving me 10 faith per turn. As you see, the CO2 love spreads a little bit. I've got 1, 2, 3 cities following it already. Once my capital sorts itself out, 14 science, faith and production from that holy site. My capital is going to be a production powerhouse very soon. Horseman has been used. Kandy is now liberated. Perfect. I'm just going to pick up professional army quickly. Scripture, I know that's doing good with work ethic, but I will put it back on in a second. I just want to upgrade all of my units. Look at that knight for 160 gold. That's pretty cheap. 120 for a pikeman. Yeah, we're going to just upgrade all of my army now into something that's actually just really good at fighting. So I've got a big barb problem in my lands at the moment. We are trying not to talk about it too much, but it's quite it's quite prevalent and it's sort of everywhere. But America are going to go and clean up this barb encampment for me, and I've got a lot of hoche on the way. Try and deal with it as best we can. Shrines and temples are popping up everywhere now. We've got 65 faith per turn, but that's going to go back up again once we give ourselves work ethic. The doubles work ethic. Professional army is what we've got at the moment, but you all know what I mean. Soothsayers are still doing their thing, slowly but surely. It's actually very, very effective, so can't complain at all. Already up to 0.3 degrees warming. As I say, we're getting to about 4,000. That's what we need to get to. Oh, they're moving units out. India do have a couple of units that they are defending with, which is just a little bit frustrating. Not a huge amount. Just a couple. Let's get this encampment sorted. And we can start to spurge out military engineers. That'll be fun. Hooray! A professional army. Okay, no, we don't need that anymore. No. Scripture. That's extra faith, extra science, extra production. Everything good that you could want into one tasty combo. World Congress time. I would love it if we could get city centre buildings quicker, and I would love it if we could get religious city-state trades going a little bit higher. 3 votes in each and see if that goes through. Yes, it did. Lovely. So both of my things are going to do even better than they were doing before. The chosen campus gains 2 housing and 1 amenities. That's really good because, again, that helps my capital. But the question is whether I want to put it in my capital or in my Pingala city. That's got housing aplenty. Actually, they've both got housing aplenty, so I'll just drop it in the city. Why not? India are going to give me a rather large peace deal if we do accept peace. I'm going to just keep an eye on that one. That is a meteor shower, I believe, right next to my land. It is. There we go. It's a 390 unit. Amazing stuff. We'll go and just steal this encampment for a little bit more gold. Oh, that was a lovely pickup. But this 3-pop city is now mine. I'm not expecting that to do much for me, but I did get the military science boost, finishing it off with the knight. Victor, in your pop. Let's see what this is, minus 6.4. Okay, that's not too bad. We've dealt with a lot worse than that, and Delhi is only just around the corner, so we'll just aim for it. Encampment finished in my capital. Okay, stables, you know what to do. And then it's industrialization, steam power. We're still building our harbours. It is taking forever to get harbours. Very disappointed with how slow that one is. We're having to grind that out just manually. It's horrible. Galileo will help, but America is starting to pick up some campuses now, and I dislike that a lot. I would rather they didn't. Oh, that's really handy. A military emergency against the city I just took, which means that I get a huge burst of loyalty pressure, plus 20 per turn. So, there we go. I don't have to worry about keeping that city any longer. I'm also going to just harvest some fish to give it a little bit more population. That'll just help to boost it along even further. But with that knight unit moving forward, you can see that it's quite helpful. My great scientist is healing my units incredibly quickly. There is a pikeman that's going to give me a little bit of issue, but I do still have my archers. I'm picking off their units relatively slowly, but still slowly but surely. It's going okay. We're pegging them back. As soon as I take Delhi, I think that's India pretty much taken care of. Time for a monarchy. That's exciting. We've got a few more policy cards that we can pick now. So, I like scripture, I like serfdom, but I like natural philosophy better and republican legacy. Those are brilliant cards, and conscription is even better. So we'll do all of those. That's lovely. Why don't we say to get a bit more housing, lime? I mean, that could be fun, or raid. I quite like raid. Let's do some pillaging. Any pillaging that we can do, especially campus pillaging, is going to make a big difference here. Meanwhile, I'm still setting fire to everything. It's all burning. Soothsayers are, I can get one every sort of 5 turns at the moment. 500 faith. It's a good use of faith, though. It's not that there's not other things that I could be using faith on, but it's just really, really fun. Reformed Church, lovely. Let's get the armory in my capital. You can see ancient walls will be done soon, but that's not what I'm aiming for here. We are just burning through to steam power. Soothsayer. Can I use this actually as an offensive weapon? I think I probably could. Keep an eye out for that one. Nazca and Vatican are not playing ball at the moment. They are refusing to join me. But that's okay. We are pushing forward. My knight can get... Oh, is that a preserve? Why would you build a preserve there and then not have any decent unimproved tiles around it? Some very strange choices from the AI sometimes, but that will actually bankroll me. I was a bit low on gold, and that's perfect. Depredation. Oh, a depredation courser. That's even better. That is an industrial zone, so that is a little bit of science pillaging. Perfect. Our courser can now do this and get a little bit more pillaging on that. We might be able to rush this right through. This is a perfectly timed war, actually. It's great. I cannot complain. All things right now are coming up round. So this pikeman now has battering ram and a siege tower as well. So we've got 2 different ways of fighting this one, and I'm just going to use my soothsayer to set a fire over here, because that'll just deplete Mumbai's defences and population quite a lot as well. Oh, America is attacked as well. Oh, that's amazingly good timing. Okay, right, great. Well, I'm just gonna let that happen. That is wonderful. You see, it's this sort of time I wish I could go to America and just say, look, are you sure you don't want an alliance here? We're both fighting the same enemy. We're doing it in exactly the same way. They just seem to be reluctant to ally with me. What I've been doing as well on this top right quadrant is basically not settling into it, because A, it's kind of a bit pointless for me, but what's happening is I move my units to the right, clear a barb camp, to the left, clear a barb camp, right, left, and it's been giving me so much era score the entire game. If I just quickly scan, can you see how many of these are barb camp clearments? Like, I'd say a good third. It's a bit confusing watching that, but it's such an effective strategy. Ooh, that is a crippling blizzard indeed. La Venta. I pity the fool. Where's that going? Going to the west, it reckons. We'll see if that goes anywhere. Industrial era. Perfect, and we are now in the race, so we're way ahead. And actually, India of a dark age. Perfect to see. Reformer coinage is going to be pointless for me because I have one trader. Monumentality lets me use my faith to get builders and settlers, but honestly, right now, I'm using my faith on soothsayers. That's kind of what I need on that one. So, Hicksunk Draconis would give me +2 loyalty per turn for cities not on my original continent. That would help me to invade a little better. Or I could go for Exodus of Evangelists, spread my religion a bit quicker for less faith. That would actually help me to use less faith to spread my religion a bit more. Possibly a good option on that one. We're going to go Hicksunk Draconis. I think it's a bit of a weird choice, I appreciate, but that +2 loyalty per turn for cities not on my original continent means that as I'm invading India, I don't have a penalty, which makes a big difference. And finally, a very special shout out goes to Scott Stratton, Major King Kong, Matthew Wilkinson, Salty Tech, Davalex, Dayboy91, Trevor Askby, Paul Coffey, Kroger Brand Trail Mix, Alex Noob, Cinnamon Beard, Portland, Petra Ryan, Matthew Hatch, and Nim for all of your support, as well as everybody else who engages with the video and helps me to defeat the algorithm. Thank you so much, see you next time!